A zine is a handmade publication, made purely out of passion. This is my life. This is my zine. The Brown issue, wherein our hero mixes it up a little. I may have bad news.
You're not going?
No, that's not it. It's just I might possibly, but probably not, most likely not, have to back out of summer at the cottage with you guys like we planned.
Yeah, I knew it.
Ross, it hasn't happened yet. That's just the worst case scenario.
So?
What happened?
I might have to go to Mexico and dig latrines after all.
You're not back together with Malachi.
No. It's just my dad was like this close to losing his lawsuit and his job and his reputation. And if I go to Mexico, Malachi, poof, makes the lawsuit disappear. Like I have any choice.
So how are you possibly sort of maybe gonna get out of this?
If I wanted to, I could.
Well, maybe her parents will forbid her to go. There wouldn't be anything she could do about that. And Malachi would have to be a real weasel to hold that against you.
Yeah, it's like if there's a natural disaster or an act of God, all contracts are void.
Yeah, perfect. God, there's no way my parents are gonna let me do something like this on my own.
Mexico? That's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Huh?
This is much better than that cottage scenario. Think of all the new experiences you're gonna have.
Oh, gosh, and a first-hand view of another culture.
Plus, you'll probably pick up some Spanish.
Oh, yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Remember that volunteer summer? We got a van and we traveled all over Ontario and delivered lunch hampers to underprivileged children.
We called it the summer of lunch.
That's right.
Remember that campground in Chatham with the sewage backup?
Oh, yeah. And oh, remember those kids in Tilbury with the pink eye?
Oh, now these are memories that you can treasure forever.
Yeah, but are you sure that I'm old enough or responsible enough to handle something like this?
Oh, are you kidding? No, this is something you have to do when you're young.
To tell you the truth, I'm jealous. You're about to embark on a grand adventure. And you're going to need good boots.
Yes.
You take my credit card and get whatever you need to get set up, okay? That'll be our contribution to your summer of latrines.
Failed art?
You know, Mary Elizabeth, you have actually made me realize that art really isn't subjective after all. For example, for our photography section, you said this photo of, Buzz represents the ascension of Jesus into heaven, where he sits eternally at the right hand of the Father. I know, but then when I asked you to sketch your hand, you gave me this.
I know, but...
And finally, for our three-dimensional life form in clay. First of all, you were late. Then you handed in not a horse, or not an owl, but a worm.
But... what is art anyway?
Well, that, my dear, is what you'll be learning in summer school.
Some things I know. The day you realize you have to leave a place, you suddenly notice things differently. Details are more vivid. The colors more brilliant, and everything seems brushed with melancholy. Everything looks unlike it ever has before. Everything and everyone seems to be trying to tell you something. Like stop. Everything laden with meaning.
Make yourself more brown.
Make yourself more brown.
Well, hey there, little guy. Well, you like my shoes, do you? Hey, Mama Squirrel. Your baby's loose. Your baby's loose. I gotta get to work. I hope you find your mom.
Es tan malo mi español. Is my Spanish bad? Where's the nearest telephone booth? ¿Dónde está el teléfono público más cercano?
Kale,
Rollins! Hi.
I've been looking for you. Your mom said you were going to Mexico tomorrow.
Yeah. It looks like it.
Well, that's great. I mean, how great is that? Good for you. Okay, this is it, okay? I'm an insomniac, okay?
Okay.
And the thing that keeps me up at night, apart from a very unhealthy caffeine addiction, are the what-ifs. Okay, like, what if I did this instead of that? How would things be different? And that's why, right now, this instant, this afternoon, I have to kidnap you.
What?
Yeah. See, because I can't live without knowing what would happen if we just had one day together before you left. Like, what would happen? What? You see? I have to know what would happen or I will not be able to sleep all summer. Yeah, it's funny. Go ahead, laugh. Yeah. My impending mental collapse.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just my life. Stupid and funny as always. But you can't kidnap me today.
Yes. Yes, I can. And I will.
No, you can't. It's not kidnapping if I want to go. So off we went, to do stuff we'd always wanted to do but never did. Like trying every flavor at the Italian ice cream place. Like climbing all the stairs at the CN Tower and trying to find our houses from the air. I just wanna be near you. Like swinging on the playground and trying to jump the farthest. It's like you have an inner light. Like watching a little girl pouring poster colors into a big cup, trying over and over to make rainbow paint. Like climbing on rocks and talking, and talking, and talking, and talking. And now there are lots more things I know. The day you're about to leave a place, it'll never look better, and the trees will never dapple more sunlight onto the sidewalk. The day you leave a place, you'll fall in love. You'll feel your heart twist and leap and squeeze out little fluttery beats. You will forget to breathe. And no matter how long you look into his eyes on this one perfect day, no matter how far you crawl inside his head, it won't be enough. But at least now you both know. At least you know. What if?
So I guess this is it then.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely 100% sure that there's nothing I can do to keep you here?
Some things are just impossible, you know? It's like that little girl with the rainbow paint. No matter how many different ways she tried to mix it up, it can't be done. This is just one of those rainbow paint kind of things.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to leave you with this one really heavy thing. I told all the guys at the chimp cage that you were coming back, and if you don't come back, it'll just break their little monkey hearts.
Okay. We'll be in touch.
Will we?
Yeah. I think. Hi, Fern. Is Malachi around? I had a couple questions. I know it's last minute.
He's not.
Okay, well, maybe you can help. It's about the project. I was just wondering, how does the mail work? Like, can we get stuff, and what address should I be?
Come here. You know what? I don't know what kind of little game you're playing here, but I'd really appreciate it if you'd stop messing around with my life.
Sorry, what?
You had your time with Malachi, and it didn't work out. Boo-hoo. Why can't you just let it drop?
Let it drop? Me? I would love to let it drop, okay?
Really?
Yeah, only I can't. I can't because Malachi and I have made this deal, and if I go to this Mexico thing with you guys, then he will let.
This Mexico thing was our idea. Malachi's and mine. You are third wheel, honey.
Okay, I accept that.
Then why can't you accept the fact that you are not going?
Oh. You and Malachi. You think that I want Malachi back?
Look, you can
and-
think whatever you want to think, but think it from here, okay? Take your little ringlets and your cutesy little t-shirts and have a nice summer with your cutesy little friends because Mexico is off limits. ¿Comprendes? Good. I knew you'd understand.
Listen, Fern likes to fly off the handle about things. She's emotional, you know. She's got a lot invested in this trip.
She led me to believe that you two came up with this whole thing together, and I don't want her to think that I'm moving in on her territory and...
All right, look, I'm in charge of this thing, all right? We're all gathering here tomorrow for a briefing before the van takes us to Pearson. We're counting on you. We need everybody we can get, including you. So I'll see you there, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the best way to avoid something you don't want to do? For example, finishing packing for a big trip. I recommend a two-pronged approach. First, dilly-dallying. For this, you'll need some office supplies or hair ornaments. Here you'll see I chose rubber bands, but paper clips or barrettes are just as good in a situation like this, if not better. Second, call a friend to come over and, quote, help you pack. You can fill her in on all the activities that you've been up to that day. And by the time you finish telling her about the whirlwind tour with New Boy and the threat from Activist Girl, it'll be very late indeed. Voila! Mission accomplished.
I think this is going to be good for you.
How do you figure that?
Well, apart from everything completely sucking and having an activist banshee on your butt, you're getting out of here and seeing the world, which is what you've always wanted to do. And maybe this isn't the best possible time, but you could say that forever and never do it, right?
Yeah. And at least I like tortillas. I've never had a tan in my life.
Plus... Okay, I'm saying this as your friend who loves you, but... Since you've started dating, you haven't been without a guy for a whole 5 minutes, and that's kind of weak. I'm just saying. And so, this is an opportunity for you to, find things out about yourself and do things just because you're interested in doing them. And if Monkey Boy is as great as all that, he'll wait for you. And it'll make coming home that much better.
Yeah. I guess that's a good spin to put on it. I'm just so bummed about missing all the fun that you guys are gonna have at the cottage.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about that too much.
What? You again? What? You followed me all the way here? Wow, you must really think that my shoe is your mom. Would you please, would you watch it? There's a baby squirrel on the loose here. Unbelievable. Hey, I'll tell you what, little guy. Why don't you just hop in here where it's safe? Come on. There you go. That's it. I'll take care of you.
My long goodbye, in pictures. Mary E. was understanding. Delau was preoccupied. Dad was proud. Mom was pep talky. And Ethan was ecstatic. And as for me, I had a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach about a mile deep. But what are you gonna do? This is life, right? So long.
So, we're going to be arriving by bus in Tuxtla Gutierrez around 19:30, give or take a couple of hours. I mean, after all, it is Mexico. And we're booked into a place on Belisario Dominguez tomorrow night, so we can settle in and relax, but don't get too used to it. We're off to the project site the next morning around 0700. So, let's go have our last unhealthy breakfast for a while.
Unbelievable. Wants me to carry his stuff, too.
Okay, let's see. Patch roof, clear eaves troughs. Boy, gotta rebuild the front steps for sure. Bubba? Bubba? What is this? I'm making a list of, just a list of stuff to do at the cottage. What is this big red stain here on the floor?
Oh, this bloody spot.
This is a bloody spot? This is blood. Blood from what?
Big murder with axe. Everywhere blood, big blood.
So someone was axe murdered at this cottage?
5 someones. Big blood on the ceiling, here on the porch. Big blood.
Bubba, this is incredibly creepy. Why would you buy a murder house?
Cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. You know, ammonia for to get blood out, yes? Steel wool also? Good luck.
Okay. Thanks.
Excuse me, you mind if we look in your bag, sir?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
You ever flown before, sir?
You could say that. It's been half my life in airports.
What is this?
What?
Tear gas, pepper spray?
Wait, I don't know how that got in my bag. It's not mine.
You want to go with the gentleman, please?
I can't. I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yeah, you're gonna miss your flight.
Malachi!
It's not mine. I don't know how it got in there.
What's going on?
Idiot! That was supposed to be for you.
If Malachi's gone, I can be too.
Please, miss, could you move along?
No, I'm starting to think I don't have to.
Okay, so here's the deal. Go ahead. Go.
There's been a glitch.
Really? Actually, I have a little concern also.
Really?
Well, it's funny because something's come up for me as well.
You kidding?
I have to take remedial art.
A baby squirrel thinks I'm its mother.
5 people are axe murdered at that cottage.
A baby squirrel?
Axe murdered?
You failed art? Well, then I guess there goes our ultimate summer plan. Okay, where does this leave us then?
I have a lot of suckling to do, but after that...
And I have to fresco the odd ceiling, but that shouldn't take all summer.
Well, then fortunately I, the ever-prepared Ross Corrales, have a plan B. Who's up for a road trip to Mexico?
Beautiful!
Yes!
Beautiful!
Kale!
Rollins! Hi!
I'm sorry, I just had to come. I couldn't help it. I just wanted to see you one last time before you went. Plus, I wanted to give you something to remember me by.
You don't have to.
Just check it out. I tried mixing all the paint colors together like that kid.
Yeah.
You know, a feeble effort to make rainbow paint. And this is what I got. I know, it's an abject failure, I know, but you know, it's not exactly what you'd expect or want from rainbow paint, but I don't know. At the same time, it's kind of a cool shade of brown, don't you think?
Yeah.
Anyway, the idea is that you'll remember me while you're gone. You know, at least every time you see a brown rainbow.
Make yourself more brown.
You can see the structure and spirit of things.
bare brown limbs, the patterns and repetition. It's like seeing the plan of it all.
Even more things I know. Sometimes, in the oddest possible ways, you make a connection. Suddenly, you see that the whole world has been conspiring to tell you something, but you weren't listening until now. Make yourself more brown. I can't explain it completely. Words don't really go there, but right then, I knew what that meant. I could take Ron's hand and walk out of there with a new boyfriend and the summer that I always expected and wanted, or I could get on that plane. By my own choice. I could add some new colors to my life, mix things up, make myself more brown. So?
Now boarding at Gate 7 of Flight 5143 to Mexico City, Juarez.
Thank you.
Make yourself more brown.